3, 2, 1. What up, homies? Welcome back to Don't Skip Legs. I have a very special guest with us. It's our first dude on the podcast. His name is Owen Moy. Here you go.
What's going on? I'm Owen.
That's it. That was so exciting. Okay, Owen.
In for a wild ride.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. Yeah, this is my first podcast, so I'm nervous.
You're nervous?
Yeah.
Don't be nervous.
A little nervous.
Guys, I have this like scary rep, and I guess Owen's a little scared of me. Or he's just scared of you guys, but welcome to Don't Skip Legs.
People, I'm scared, yeah.
But yeah, so are we ready to talk about you?
Cool, yeah.
Okay, so Owen Moy, 22-year-old, Newport, Rhode Island, Middletown, what are you? Rhode Island.
Middletown, technically, yeah.
Rhode Island legend out here. Honestly, before I actually knew who you were, I was like I've heard stories about you, and I was like, yeah.
Heard stories about
Well, like stories like about your content creating and stuff like that.
Okay.
So like
Good
through
stories.
grapevine, you know, heard
Cool.
stories about Owen, and then when I finally met you, I was like, oh shit, like a little celebrity here.
No.
Yes.
No. I wouldn't say
No,
that.
you have to give yourself some hype over here.
No, I wouldn't say celebrity.
Okay.
It's some small scale social media clout, I guess. That's what I'd say.
Okay. Well, so Owen is a content creator, but he's like a different kind of content creator in the sense of like you're not really like your own personal like TikTok or Instagram or like what I am and what I've had people on here as.
I've definitely like tried to do that in the past, and like posted my own stuff. But most of what I've been doing is like making content for other people. So like right now, my full-time job is with Bauer Hockey, and I make basically just take like TikToks and short form video for them, so reels too. But social content for the brand, promoting products and our athletes, which is really cool because we work with a bunch of pro hockey players.
Yeah.
And then I work part-time for the NFL, doing content for them, and that's like live game day content, so I don't have to look at you at the camera.
You can look at anywhere you want. I'm going to look at you and engage with you.
Gotcha. But that's part-time for the NFL on game days at Gillette, and we just do content like of the game, and we send it to NFL and to both teams, and they post it like live.
So, because I see you do a lot of Patriots, and obviously Gillette, it's Patriots.
Yep.
But you also shoot for the other team.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm an LCC with the Patriots, which means I shoot all Patriots games because I'm like local to the area. But yeah, so all the content we shoot goes to both teams, and then they decide what they want to do with it. And then technically the NFL gets it too, and they can post it anywhere, so it can go on NFL Social or any of their like smaller pages.
And when did you start doing Patriots? Because that was like a while ago, right?
Yeah. So,
or like NFL, whatever.
Yeah, my story with the Patriots is kind of cool because I started like making fan videos, like so there's Patriots fan like growing up here.
Yeah.
On Instagram, and they were just like in high school, just like edits of like the best players or like hype up videos for the games or whatever. Like I think in 2019 or 2018 they went on a playoff run and like went to Super Bowl. So like did videos all the way up to it, and then like also did videos of the parade and stuff, and like actually went and filmed.
Yeah.
And then through that, I think the first person I met through that was Camille Kostek.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's like a Sports Illustrated model. Like
We know who
awesome.
she is.
She's the best.
Gronk's girlfriend.
Yes, also Gronk's girlfriend. So there's a Patriots connection off the bat. But so she saw a video I made when Gronk retired the first time, because he retired twice. And I made like a video, like goodbye Gronk, and it was like all sad and shit. Yeah. And can I swear? Sorry.
Yeah, you can. We're very real.
Okay, cool. And she saw it on Instagram. Someone like shared it to her, and it went kind of like viral in the New England Patriot fan space. Yeah. And whatever. She saw it. She messaged me. She's like, "Oh my god, this is the best video ever!" Like she just liked the way I made it, like the style, like the emotion. I guess she felt. Yeah. She likes the way I edit, basically. But she messaged me, and I was like, I made that like in high school, like in class. In like first period, like
so like you're supposed to be paying attention.
Well, actually, I had one class set up where it was an open period for my librarian. He set up he set me up to like have an online class, but it was really just me editing videos, which was really cool. So I could like work on my business or whatever. So it was during that period, and I edited the whole video in like one period. It was like really short. Posted it, and then like 2 periods later, she like was in my DMs or whatever, like saying like this is the best video ever. And then she like
did you fangirl? Were you like,
oh my god?
Yeah,
I was freaking out. I was like telling all my friends like.
You're like, look who hit me up. Look who slid in the DMs.
Yeah, and then so anyway, she's like messaging me, and she's like, I want you to make a video for me. And she's like, let me give you my number. She starts texting me. She's sending me all these videos of her like dancing. She has like this like hashtag she does like never not dancing or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
And so she sends me all these videos. She's like, can you make an edit of this? I made her edit like that night, whatever, like gave it to her.
Yeah.
Made it happen. She loved it. Like again, she's like, I love the way you edit it, whatever. Then she invites me out to this long story.
Okay. No, we need this long story.
Then she invites me out to her house, which I didn't realize at the time, but that's also Gronk's house because they have been dating for like 7 years.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Well, I didn't really live together. I didn't know. I don't know. I didn't think about it.
Okay.
So I whatever, go to her house, and then I come meet her. She's like getting her makeup done for this event that she's doing like a speaking event. That's what I'm shooting for her, which was really cool.
Were you super nervous?
I was very nervous. I didn't think Gronk was going to be there. I realized as I'm driving up that this is going to be Gronk's house. I didn't think Gronk was going to be there because it was the same day as opening day of the Red Sox. And I just saw on Instagram like that he was like throwing the first pitch or whatever. So I'm like, he's not there.
Yeah.
But turns out he threw the first pitch and then immediately went home. So I got to their house and he's like making like soup or whatever. And
just being a normal
yeah,
dude.
just acting totally normal, like minding his own business. And I'm walking, I meet Camille obviously. Yeah. And she's like, oh hey, this is Rob, like my boyfriend. I'm like, oh hey. I'm just like acting as normal as I possibly can. Like I didn't grow up with a Patriots fan my whole life or anything, but yeah, so
like literally pissing yourself. You're like, this is wrong.
yeah, that was like wild. But yeah, then we shot at PC. She did a talk. Went really well. It was like her first. She did this like speaking tour where she like did these like motivational speeches for girls. It was really cool. And yeah, we shot the video. I sent it over to her, all edited and stuff, and she liked it a lot. And then I continued to do those with her. Like she did different.
Yeah, and you're still working with her.
Like speaking. Yeah, I still work with her sometimes, like in a freelance basis, but. Gained that relationship just through that video, and like went to Fashion Week with her in New York. I went to what's it called, Malibu. We shot her swimsuit collection. Like we just went to Iceland.
This is where I say that Owen's a celebrity here, and I was nervous to meet him.
Not
He's like,
celebrity.
oh yeah, like went to Fashion Week, did this, did that.
Really cool experiences, but not a celebrity. But yeah, but just from that one video like I made in high school, I got to do all these cool things, which I think is just pretty wild. That's why like I posted so much for so long. I'm just like, who knows what this is gonna lead to, you know?
Okay, so how old were you when you did this in high school? Like, what grade are we at?
End of senior year, so I'd be 18.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd be 18.
So you've been in this world for a bit.
Yeah, and I don't remember if that happened first or I shot some stuff for Julian Edelman. I don't remember how we got connected. I think his manager or something saw one of my videos, just through like the Patriots fan videos.
Yeah.
And he has a marketing company and an ad agency, but his company hired me to shoot like he did like a pop-up shop in Boston.
Gotcha.
And I did like recap videos of the shop. Did some other work for their ad agency, but I don't know if that was first or the other thing was first. But either way, they're both really cool. And I got to work with like 2 of the best Patriots ever. And then I was like, after that, I didn't know what to like set my goals for, because I was like, okay, this is like everything I ever wanted to do for these 2 people. Like all I want to do is make cool Patriots videos.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I really want to work with Tom. This is before Tom left the Patriots. I really want to work with Tom. I can work with Tom.
Tom Brady, just Tom out here.
Yeah.
Just Tom.
The Tom, yeah. I think I used to be like a creepy stalker LinkedIn kind of person.
Well, that's fine.
I don't know if you've ever done that before, but like I tried.
Yours.
You found my LinkedIn? Oh my gosh. My LinkedIn.
Because I was like researching Owen Moy on like
my
Google.
LinkedIn picture is so bad too. It needs to change it. But anyway, so I went to like TB12 or whatever. I was like trying to find an in to work with Tom. Like, how can I make content for him somehow? And so I just wanted to do it. I didn't even care about like getting paid or whatever. I just like really wanted to work with Tom. And I think I found their social media manager at the time.
Yeah.
Messaged her, followed her on Instagram, like was totally a creepy weirdo. But
it's fine.
Just reached out, like cold messaged her or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think just like built a relationship, and then like there was nothing at the time, like there was no content she needed me for.
Yeah.
But I think she like followed me back, and like I posted lots of cool stuff, and then eventually she's like, "Oh, we have this thing, can you come do it?" And like that actually paid off, like creeping on 12.
Yeah.
So I got to shoot like a day of training camp for Tom and like for their content or whatever. I got to shoot him. It was really cool. I met Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots. I met his trainer, Alex Guerrero.
So you just know all the Patriots out here.
I don't know them. I met them. I don't know them.
I've met Gronk once.
He's the man.
Because I'm friends with his brother. That's our little connection there. But meeting Gronk was cool. I met Camille.
Did you go to one of the like fitness things?
Yeah, it was like at the Tall Ship in Boston.
Nice, yeah. I shot one of them like right before COVID, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which was awesome, and Gronk was like dancing, and
yeah.
Maybe that was one of them too. I don't know.
We were definitely not at the same one, because that's when like I learned about you, because I took Brooke with me.
Oh,
to the Tall Ship.
That was after COVID.
And that was after COVID, yeah. And she was telling me, she's like, oh, like, Owen does, like, content for them, whatever. Yeah. But, like, you were out in California at the time, I think.
Yeah. So
you go all over the place.
Yeah. No, I don't go all over the place. But, you know.
Oh, Truffle. Hey. Truffle wants to be a guest in here today, too.
So, after... what's a bite? After
play with you.
After COVID, or actually like before COVID, I was doing freelance stuff with Camille and Gronk and whoever else, but I had a contract with Harvard Lacrosse.
Okay.
So I shot videos for them for the season, and I was like on contract with them. And then COVID happened, and I don't know if you remember, but like the Ivy Leagues were like the first things to get canceled.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the heck? Like, why are they canceling everything? Like, why? Like, this makes no sense. Like, nothing else was getting canceled.
Yeah.
I was so upset. And then, like, a week later, like, the NBA shuts down and everything. But at the time, it was very devastating. And it was, like, where I was making my money. And so I lost that contract, obviously, because the season ended. Didn't have a COVID clause or anything like that. And then,
so you're just out of your job.
Yeah, there was no sporting events, and my job was shooting sports for the most part. So I wasn't making very much money. Ended up going back, like working in like a restaurant. I delivered pizzas for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I worked at what's it called? In there against it, the Coast Guard House.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was a bar back there. My friend Charlie.
You guys together?
Yeah.
That must have been crazy.
We never worked together once.
Oh.
It was always like one person on. But yeah, it was a really, really weird time in my life.
I mean, yeah. Considering that's like your life is going and following athletes. They can't play, so you can't do your job.
It was tough. And then so it kind of slowly started to come back. Like I got to film some workouts with some NFL guys. And yeah, it was slowly coming back. I caught a big break because I made a TikTok that was like responding to, there was a Patriots job application up for it's okay, for like a content creator, kind of what I do now at Bauer. Hey, got me. Kind of what I do now at Bauer, and I like made this cringy TikTok video where I show what the job is, and then I show my.
I feel like I've probably seen
my work. It's probably it's one of my biggest ones, I think.
No, isn't your viral one you and Gronk?
That's my most viral one. Yeah, embarrassingly. Yeah.
People probably know that. Tell the people, because they probably know that TikTok. Did it go like Barstool and stuff like that too?
ESPN posts like once a year. Yeah. It's Gronk jump starting my car. and Camille's also there, and they're both dancing, and everyone comments and says that Gronk stole my girlfriend because they think Camille's my girlfriend for some reason.
That was cool.
No, it's. I hate that video, kind of.
You hate that video?
Yeah, I mean it's funny.
It put your name out there though.
Yeah, it did, but like also it's like.
Yeah.
It's not what I want my name out there for.
True. Okay.
Yo, this guy like got his car jump started, like you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my most viral video. It has like 5 million views, but it got posted like Barstool, ESPN, all those things. Anyway. Wait, what was I talking about? Post-COVID, sports was starting to come back, kinda. There was like bubble NBA, like I was doing workouts with guys, whatever. I made a TikTok that was like responding to this Patriots job they got. This is like in the summer. This Patriots job they got listed.
Truffle just wants to be a guest on here, so he keeps trying to throw his toy at us to play with him.
So good. This Patriots job got listed. I made this TikTok. It was like, here's my work. Like basically like I should get hired for this job, and I applied for it. TikTok went like kind of viral, not viral, but it did well.
Yeah.
Which definitely like helped in
Yeah.
the interview process because I like didn't go to college or anything, which is kind of like you have to prove yourself with your work like when you apply to jobs.
Yeah.
So I applied, did a bunch of interviews, got to like the final rounds of interviews, ended up not getting the job. I was like sad about it.
Yeah.
And then the NFL called for the job I have now, the LCC job that I applied to in high school. I didn't get it because I was like 18 and they were like,
Yeah, you're a youngin' in there.
Yeah. So at this point I'm 20, I guess. No, 19, yeah, because the beginning of 2020. And they called me like, you want to do it? There's an opening. I was like, hell yeah. So it was a different Patriots job. It wasn't like full time with them. It's what I do now. It's like very part time, just on game days.
Yeah.
And it started in the pandemic, so like there's no one in the stands, which was really weird.
Yeah.
They're just like in the stands with no people. It was so crazy because you could like hear everything on the field too. Like
yeah.
There's no crowd. Like
did you feel special though? Like you were just
I definitely
the only one out there basically?
I definitely felt special. And then like that was also when I posted that Gronk like jump starting video, and I made this video like following it up, like responding to a comment or something. And I'm like sitting in the Gillette Stadium like with no people around, and they're like, "Why are you just sitting in Gillette Stadium?" Like that's so weird. It was cool.
And you're like, "This is my job.
Yeah.
Welcome to my life."
Yeah. And at that time, I was like making content about my job and stuff. And, like,
yeah.
There's a couple of videos on TikTok that are like, I got the job, but it's really not the job. It's a different job, but like I got a cool job with the Patriots. Like that was the point.
Yeah.
But you can see me like I film myself like walking through the stands like with no people. It's so weird. It's cringy, but yeah, I did that.
So why did you decide like not to go to college? Because obviously you were already like finding success your senior year in high school, so you were just kind of like, well, I know what I want to do.
Yeah. So,
I don't need to go spend like $1 million at school for it.
Yeah. So like I thought about it a lot. So I did really bad. Like I wouldn't say I did bad in high school, but I hated school.
Yeah. No,
like,
I feel
was
that.
Not a student.
Yeah.
I could get by and like do decent on tests and stuff and like just like barely study like.
Yeah.
I could pass high school, but like it was not for me.
Yeah.
And everyone like knew that about me, for sure. And like early on in high school, like I knew I wanted to do this, like shoot video. Like I shot all my high school sports. Like I was very into it from the jump, like freshman year. Probably started in 8th grade, but like to the end of high school, like super into it, shooting all the time. And like freshman, sophomore year, I'm like starting to think about like where do I want to go to college? Like what am I gonna do? I knew actually, and I wasn't even thinking what I wanted to do. Like I knew I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
But I was like, do I need to go to college? Do I not need to go to college? I don't know. Like my grades aren't that good. Like what am I gonna do? But yeah, thought about it a lot. Talked to a lot of people as I was working in high school, and like through high school, I started to work with like cooler, bigger clients too.
Yeah.
Like and meet more people. Like I was sophomore, junior year. I was commuting to New York City like every weekend to work with this pro lacrosse player, Rob Pennell, who's like one of the best, and then this clothing brand, Wallaco, they're like a New York City clothing brand. They're really cool, but I was just doing content for them basically, just like randomly freelance. But when I would go, I'd meet all these photographers and go on these different shoots and stuff, and meet all these people from like different backgrounds and like that like had a little bit more knowledge on like video and content than like your average guidance counselor or like parents. Because like if you ask your parents about that, like they're not gonna know like really. They like want to be good parents and like tell you like whatever you do is gonna be good. Like I don't know, they're not the best for that type of advice, I think. So it was nice to get
advice from people that are actually in the industry. And
like,
how do I take this?
Like who are doing what I want to do. So almost all of them said I regret spending money on film school. It was either go to film school or like study business. I thought film school sounded really fun, but everyone told me it was kind of like a waste. Not that going to film school is a waste. I think it's awesome. But
just when you already had like those skills and you already kind of were teaching yourself what you were doing.
I was already kind of doing what I was doing, and then by my senior year I was like working with Gronk and all that stuff. So I felt confident that like I would be good just like going right into freelance and like using my portfolio. And it seemed like from my perspective, like talking to everybody, like they wouldn't really care if I went to school or not. Like they just want to see good work. So I kind of focused on that. Saved a bunch of money for camera gear. Just like dialed in on that. Realized I knew I didn't want to go to school. I wasn't going to go to college. So like high school took a way back seat. Like tried even less. Like junior and
so. You're just like, I just need to graduate.
Literally, junior and senior year was the worst student ever. But just like made it to graduation. And there's a couple like really awesome teachers that definitely helped out. Like my math teacher, Mrs. Dwyer.
Give a shout out.
No, for real. She like I took algebra 2 literally 2 times because I like just did not pay attention and did not do my homework, anything.
I can't do math.
So. I hate math. But she helped me out so much. And she gave me my diploma, which was cool. But she's a G. And Mrs. Kilby, she's a G too. But
shout out to all of Owen's high school teachers.
All the cool ones, all the cool teachers. Some weren't cool. Some were not happy that I was not caring about high school.
They didn't know you were a celebrity? That's like when I talked to Elizabeth Beisel, Olympian, and she's like, teachers would literally get mad at me because I was at Worlds swimming and like at the Olympics. And she's like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm at the Olympics right now. I can't do my math homework tonight. Like, but the teachers like didn't care.
Not that I'm an Olympian or anything, but
no, I know. Like, but like you were out there like doing stuff for your career and becoming like your own person. And stuff
I think definitely like as I got into my later years of high school too, like teachers definitely like senior year for sure, like teachers saw that they're like, okay, this kid's doing like obviously like pretty cool stuff, like
like he's not just fucking around.
So like they definitely like helped me out, like they're like really cool about it, and there are a lot of really supportive teachers that help. But that's my high school story.
That's your high school. Oh my god. All right. So you've done hockey, lacrosse, like filming. Or hockey, lacrosse, and football. Which one do you like filming like most? Like or like they're all kind of equal.
Hockey's definitely the least.
Okay.
Not because I don't like hockey. It's just it's the hardest to shoot well. Because like they're in like a glass box. Basically you're shooting through like dirty glass. And like they're on ice. So it's really hard to shoot. It moves really fast. It's the worst. You ever go out on skates with them? So when I was at the Sharks, now my role is kind of different because I work for a brand, like we just have shoots. But like when I worked for the Sharks, like I'm working for a team, so like we have one shoot a year, which is like our big media shoot, but other than that, it's like we're shooting a game. But I wanted to like change it up a little bit and do something like kind of different that we hadn't like done before. And I could skate because I play hockey. And I was talking to our production staff. I was like, can we like go on the ice like before the game or like after the game, like as soon as the game ends, like you can't be on the ice during the game. But like with a camera, like
you can't just like be out there on the ice during the game and just Owen's out here.
But like
pushed into the wall.
Like for an NFL game, like post game, pre game, like we're on the field, like getting cool shots. Like I was like, skate on the ice and get cool shots. But like neither of them like really skated, and I skated, and they're like, I guess we can do that. Like, yeah, I guess. Yeah. And so like I started going out on the ice like as soon as the whatever bell would ring, whenever the game would end.
Buzzer,
yeah. I would like skate out and like get cool like gimbal shots and stuff. I posted a couple of videos on TikTok about it, but yeah,
guys, I need you to go on like Owen's social media and like watch these videos because they're like really good, and I wish I could just like show all of you right now, but I cannot. So you have to go on his Instagram and TikTok.
Definitely TikTok is probably the best place. But anyway, yeah, that's how I like started shooting on the ice.
Okay, so hockey's like your least favorite.
Hockey's my least favorite to shoot. Football is probably my favorite.
Because you're outside.
In terms of like the process, like it's like not the easiest, but like the most least stressful, I think, and like most exciting. Because like I don't know, I think football games are just really exciting, but football's probably the easiest to shoot or my favorite to shoot, and then lacrosse is like the hardest but most satisfying when you get it right because the play just like moves so fast.
Yeah.
But if you can follow it right in slow motion, it just looks like unreal because it's like I don't know, it's just crazy.
And you worked for like the PLL?
Yeah,
right?
So the PLL, that's actually another long story.
Okay. We have a connect there. Do you know Stelios?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know Stelios?
Yeah.
Really?
Because my little brother plays for Villanova lacrosse.
No way!
So then Stelios, they played together.
I love Stelios.
I've met him like a couple times.
He's the man.
I love his little YouTube videos.
Yeah.
My mom's a fangirl of his YouTube videos, and she'd be like, Stelios' video, you have to go watch it.
Oh, is your brother in them?
No. One or maybe a couple.
That's cool. Yeah, Stel, I've known for a long time. He works for PLL now, which is cool.
Yeah. Because he graduated him right there.
Yeah. I shot their whole season last season. This year I did like kind of like just a couple weekends, but last season I did like the whole season, went every single weekend. And if you don't know what they are, they're like a professional lacrosse league, and they don't have like cities that they tour. So every weekend you're in like a new city. So last summer, it was absolutely insane. I was living in California, and then every weekend I was going to a new city for PLL, like shooting the whole weekend, and then between there, I would either fly back to Rhode Island to like visit my family, because it was off season in the summer, or go to California. So I was like bouncing between California and Rhode Island, and then going to a new city every weekend.
Oh god.
Shooting the whole thing.
But that's so fun.
It was really cool. It was a lot.
Yeah.
But it was really cool experience. Got to visit a lot of cool places and got really close with those PLL guys, like Stel. He's the man. But yeah, the PLL started like 3 years ago, I think now, maybe 4, like right before the pandemic. And before the PLL, there was like this other lacrosse league. It's called Major League Lacrosse.
Okay, yeah.
They were around for a while, like 20 years. And their like best player, Paul Rabel, he knew how to market himself really well, and like had a pretty big like social following.
Yeah.
He decided he had tried to like fix the MLL, like make it like better for players, and like they just weren't doing anything right really, like marketing wise, and just distributing the games and stuff. And he wanted to make it right. They didn't want to do it. He like tried to buy the league. They wouldn't budge. And then he just like goes and starts his own league called the PLL. Poaches all the players from other leagues. They all join this league. He's like, we're doing it better. We're doing it different.
Yeah.
It was really cool though, because I was behind the scenes kind of for the whole thing, because I was working with one of the MLL guys at the time.
Yeah.
The guy Rob I talked to you about in New York.
Yeah.
I was like doing vlogs for him. So I shot vlogs for him, which was really fun. And that like introduced me to New York, which was awesome. But anyway, we were shooting vlogs, and like we would ride up and down to his games in Long Island, and like he was telling me all about the league and stuff.
Yeah.
At the time it was like all secret, no one knew about it. I was like, oh my gosh, that's gonna be so awesome. Like that's
You're like, I'm sitting on this big secret
yeah,
here.
no, but I was like so excited for it, and like when they announced that I made this video, it was like, how do I feel about like it was so cringy looking back at it, but I was so excited about it.
It's not cringy because you're doing what you love.
Yeah,
and you're
no,
so
yeah.
excited.
Yeah, it's not cringy. Anyway, they announced, I was like, how them. I reached out to everyone. Like I knew everyone that was working on the PLO. Like I knew them all from working with Rob and like doing lacrosse stuff.
Yeah.
So I already had connections with everyone. I knew Paul even.
Yeah.
I met him through Rob, like shooting vlogs and stuff. And I was like, how can I work with these guys? And like the season rolls around and they start it in Gillette at Boston.
Oh, okay.
Not Boston, Gillette, Foxborough.
Same thing.
Yeah.
For the people that I don't really know.
Yeah. But anyway, they
For people that aren't in this area.
Yeah, they start the season there, and I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Like, right there, I can drive there. Like, oh, this is awesome. And so I'm like reaching out to everyone. Eventually, I forget who it was, but one of the media people gets back to me and they're like, okay, we have this thing that you can do. Like they had this whatever role.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. They're like, you're gonna help us shoot this documentary. And I'm like, okay, I've never shot a documentary. I don't know what you're talking about, but sure. I get there day one. They're like, okay, you're gonna follow Paul around all day with a camera and just film everything.
Okay.
So I get there. I didn't shoot any of the games, but I just hung out with the guy who started the league the whole day, and just like followed him around and filmed. Didn't know what it was for. Didn't know what I was doing really at all. And yeah, it was really cool. And then they had me do a couple other weekends. Like I did Baltimore, and I think I did the championship in Philly. But yeah, didn't know what it was
My
for.
hometown, Philly.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh nice. Fuck the Eagles though.
Yeah, but you just filmed their game the other day.
I did just film their game. I actually do like the Eagles too. That's kind of why. But they just.
So you filmed them with the Patriots.
Yeah.
But you're mostly filming Tom's little return, his little talk on the field and
whatever.
whatever.
Let's talk about that. So yeah, that did pretty well. That made me like cry.
That made you cry?
Oh my god, yeah. When Tom, he came back. It was like closure. It was like, yeah. I think a lot of Patriots fans are, it was like emotional.
Dude, I need this kid to stop.
And then it was like in my feels. Watching it back, and I like put it to that sad song.
Keep talking.
Let me think. What were we talking about before the Patriots thing? Lacrosse. Oh, so yeah, they had me follow around Paul and shoot. I didn't know what it was for. And then 3 years later, they were like, here's this documentary we made. And all that footage you used is like in the documentary. And they premiered. You eating? They premiered the.
I'm giving him cantaloupe.
Oh my god. They premiered the movie at Tribeca Film Fest in New York City last summer.
The one that you shot of Paul?
I didn't shoot the whole thing, but I shot some of the shots in it, which was really cool because I got like a credit on the movie. Like my name was in the freaking thing.
Yeah.
And then they showed it like on TV. It was like on ESPN, and
That's
it's on ESPN Plus now, I think, or Hulu. That was like the coolest thing.
Now I have to go watch that.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. It's like the story of how the league started, like how I just explained it, but it's a lot better than that.
Yeah. So go watch that.
Yeah.
What's the title?
It's called Fate of a Sport.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's on Hulu or ESPN, one of those two.
Good.
It's dope.
Guys, so sorry that Truffle's annoying us in here.
No,
This
Truffle.
doesn't usually happen. It's only because there's a guest here.
I like it.
Well, right now he's in the corner eating cantaloupe, so
Shaking it up.
I'm really hoping you don't hear that on camera. Oh, I guess you might pick that up. All right, we've talked a lot about your career in content creating, but let's talk about like you. Let's talk about Owen, because you have your own little fitness journey over here. This kid's running half marathons, full marathons, doing triathlons. Because obviously you were an athlete growing up. You did hockey, lacrosse.
Yeah,
right?
so I was an athlete.
You were still an athlete if you were playing sports.
Yeah, I mean, I did hockey and lacrosse. I was a goalie in both. Definitely was a lot better at lacrosse.
Okay, my brother's a lacrosse goalie.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
He actually knew who you were because he loves making like videos and editing videos.
That's weird.
And so I think like one of his friends also tried to get like a job, I don't know, with NFL or whatever, and you like beat him out. So like it was like either you or him, and it was you. And like when I told my brother, I was like, oh my god, like I met this kid Owen, like he does a lot of like content stuff like that you would like hockey, lacrosse, literally everything that you'd like. And he was like, oh, Owen Moy, like I know who that is. And I was like, no way.
That's wild, yeah.
Again, celeb status.
Not celeb status. That's crazy. Wait, what did you ask me before? I forgot.
Your own life.
Oh.
So you're an athlete.
Athlete.
You did hockey, lacrosse. Now you're taking like different routes, doing a lot of running.
Yeah, I've recently become like a self-help girly.
Oh, you're on your wellness girly era?
Exactly, yeah. No, but I, like a year ago, I saw on TikTok, well, like I always like wanted to run, and like the past like couple of years, like I would run every once in a while, but never like actually knew how to do it well, or like I'd run like 2.5 miles, I'd get way too exhausted, and then I'd stop.
Because you just full out sprint.
Yeah, like way too fast.
That's what I do.
Yeah, you'll learn. But anyway, I did that every once in a while. Didn't really like commit to my fitness or my eating or anything. Still struggle with the eating and stuff, but I still eat like shit sometimes. But yeah, so wasn't like didn't have any like goals or anything. Got like my TikTok feed became like New York City Marathon TikTok feed. I don't know if you ever got those videos from like last year, but like they were all like super.
I follow Lydia, you know.
Yeah. Lydia had a couple of really big ones. I was actually looking today because I was like trying to find like the ones I saw like, for like a video, but.
She did the New York City one last year.
Yeah, she's
I watched all that. Yeah,
she's done it a couple times. I think she's awesome. I actually messaged with her a while back, but
same. Her and I are always trying to meet up. But
really?
Yeah.
She like I originally we talked about like shooting some surfing or something, and then she like moved to like Ireland.
No, guys, we're talking about what she's Lydia Lou, I think, on TikTok. Yeah. She has like 1 million followers. She's a little Compton runner, so she's like 40 minutes away from us, whatever.
She's super
she's
funny.
A cool girl.
Yeah, she's like
all the connects that we have.
I'm a fan of her, but anyway, saw like a ton of those videos, got like super inspired, and I was like, okay, I'm like 20, 21, like in theory I should be like in the best shape of my life, so why am I not like trying, you know? And I just wasn't trying at all, and I was like, it'd be really cool to run the New York City Marathon. I looked up like how to run the New York City Marathon. Because it just looked like so amazing, like the crowds, like the fans, and because everything about it was just seemed awesome. It's like such a huge, epic race, and like the distance, obviously. But looked up like how to get in. Yeah. Found that you can do it through a charity. Found a charity that I liked. Signed up with them, raising money. You can donate to my Instagram bio. Donate to my.
What's the charity?
It's Team for Kids. They're actually like the charity through New York Roadrunners who organizes the race, but they organize like after school programs for kids in New York, after school activities. It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
A lot of New York stuff here. Why don't you just move to New York City?
I am.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Maybe. Is this a secret?
Okay, no, it's not like official yet, but it's like very potential. Yo, chill.
I cannot with this kid. This is like the worst he's been in a bit.
No,
it's because you're here.
He's excited. That's a potential possibility.
For when?
I can't talk about it, but
okay, never mind. Secrets,
yeah. But so I was super inspired by that, and then like I was like, okay, I need like a short, like it was too far away to like train from New York City, like it was like a whole year away. So I was like, what's a short term kind of thing I can train for, like to get me ready? And I was like, okay, I'll do a half marathon. I was like, okay, Newport half is in the spring. That's perfect.
Was that your first half marathon in, what was it, May? This like past year?
Yeah, it was in May.
Or did you do the one like October last year?
No, I did in May. That was my first one. But so, ended up being kind of a different story than a half marathon. But, so I started training for it. I did like some small races before that. I did like the turkey trot, like the bridge run.
Wait, are you doing the bridge run this year?
Doing it this year, yeah.
Okay, same.
With my little brother. It'll be fun.
That's fun. I'll see you there.
Yeah.
4 milers.
It's really fun run. But anyway, I started training like around Christmas time. I use the Nike Run Club app.
Right, yeah.
But they do like free training plans. You just put in like your date that your races, and then like builds it for you. It's not like super like catered or whatever, but it's like a basic plan, and it was awesome.
You just needed something to look at.
Yeah, And they do like guided runs, so like you run with your headphones in, and like they'll like coach you up.
Yeah.
As you're
They're
running.
like, you're doing amazing.
No, really, they're like super like supportive. Which
you're
was,
like, thank you, like I am.
Yeah, shout out Coach Bennett. But it's
So Nike Run Club, if
Nike
you guys
Run
need
Club is a great place to start. So I was doing a half marathon training, and my friends Peter, Michael, and Charlie were training for the full marathon because they were like cardioed up, like lifeguarding and shit already.
Yeah.
But
they're runners up here.
Yeah,
a whole group of you guys.
I was in the half, they're in the full. I'm like, okay, like it's kind of. I feel like kind of lame, like not doing the full thing. Not that a half marathon's lame, but I just felt like left out, like that I'm not like gonna be part of the club with them.
Yeah.
So
the marathon club.
Yeah, halfway through training, I'm like doing like supposed to make a 12-mile run or something, or I don't remember what it was. Just like my furthest one yet.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me just see if I can do like a half distance.
Yeah.
Or as far as I can go. That's what I want to do. And once I got to the half, I just stopped. But so I just kept going. I was like, oh, I can easily do this. Like, if I just pace myself, like go slow, like I can do a half marathon easily. So maybe I should do a marathon.
Oh, so you switched over?
Yeah, and they convinced me to switch over. So I switched over, and then in the spring, in May, I did the full marathon, nice and slow.
Okay.
Didn't go over any time records or anything, but I just wanted to finish and like experience a marathon, which I'm really glad I did, honestly. Cause it was like a cool test.
Well, it's like an accomplishment too.
Yeah, no, it's
you're
a
like,
huge accomplishment.
Like not many people can run 26 miles. Like I can't.
Yeah, you could for sure.
No, I cannot run 26 miles.
Because
he's trying to play. This is like the worst episode ever with this kid right now.
This is good.
No, you're good. You're good with talking, but him, he's annoying. He's funny. By the way, this table shakes because Peter built it.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So yes.
What was I saying?
You did the full marathon.
I did the full marathon.
You ran the whole 26.2.
I did, yeah. I felt pretty good about it. Didn't like feel like. I mean, it felt hard. Obviously, it felt hard, but like I feel like, oh, I can do this, like, and I can go faster, like for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I took it really easy.
Yeah.
So then after that, kind of just maintained my fitness, like ran like 20 miles a week. Started going to the gym after that, like lifting.
The YMCA. Shout out the YMCA.
Yeah. I
see Owen in there sometimes.
Yeah, I do like a couple days a week. I don't lift that much, but I try to like maintain like.
Yeah.
I try to like eat protein now and stuff. Like, yeah.
What are you eating? Like chicken and rice? Is that
no.
Is that the vibes?
I eat all sorts of stuff, but like I don't know. I try to be more like thoughtful about what I eat now, I think.
Yeah.
And like hitting those specific. Oh my gosh.
He really just wants to play.
He's squeaking out.
No, I know, because we're not paying him any attention.
Okay.
He's fine.
But anyway, hitting specific muscle groups and stuff, and like being more intentional about weightlifting too as it gone on.
Yeah.
And then over the summer, getting into like New York City training, another training block. It's been super fun so far.
He's licking my toes.
It's been super fun, but it's been hard because
Okay, but you did so you went from full marathon to half marathon because you did Bristol, right?
I did Bristol, yeah. Yes. I didn't really train for that.
You just went for it, yeah.
Yeah, I kept doing that 20 miles a week, and that kept me fit enough to do it.
And then
that was my PR for half marathon. That was awesome.
And then you wanted to try triathlons.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes, we have triathlons.
After the marathon, my friends are like, I'm like, what's the next marathon? What's the next marathon? And they're like, we should do triathlons. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, that sounds so annoying. Like, I don't want to swim and bike, and I'd have a cool bike. And they're all like, oh, we have these bikes. Like, we're gonna use these bikes. And
yeah.
They're
like thousands of dollar bikes.
Well, no, they had just like they're
basic.
Their uncle's like old bikes.
Oh, okay.
At first, and I was like, oh damn, I feel left out. Like, I really want to do this. And then I started watching these YouTube videos about bikes and triathlons and Ironmans, and I'm like, okay, I want to do this.
Yeah.
So still was committed to the. Oh my gosh, he's gonna bug the camel. Oh, he's gonna burn his head.
Triple.
The dog has his head in the candle. Oh my god. Anyway, so I was like, okay, let's do some tries. I bought a bike, like totally impulse purchase.
I saw that video. The bike being delivered to your house.
Yeah. Despite it being like an entry level, like cheapest bike you can buy, it's like so expensive. It was such a big purchase and like, yeah, kind of a bad decision, but I don't regret it at all because like it's been so fun.
Yeah.
Like biking and stuff.
Yeah. You guys, I need him to stop.
He's chewing on my leg.
I swear to you. If I put him in his crate though, he's just gonna
the
cry. Yes, the camera's probably really enjoying this. Go in here. Alright, keep talking about your bike.
Oh yeah, so I got a bike. I made a video about it, which was kind of funny. And
you guys were doing like crazy long bike rides though.
Yeah, we started just going further and further. Like biking is so much, I don't want to say it's easier than running, but you can do so much more because it's like,
yeah. Don't listen to him.
because it's a little bit easier, or because you're on wheels, I guess, and you can like cruise down hills and I don't know.
Have you been a victim to falling off your bike?
Yes, the first time you wear like clip-in pedals or whatever, and like I didn't know about like we went down a huge hill and like I was in a really high gear, like flying down this hill.
Yeah.
And then we get to the bottom of the hill, we stop, talk for a second, and we're like, okay, let's go up the hill, clip in, start going up the hill. I'm in the biggest gears, I'm going uphill, so I like can't move, and I just fall
out. Yeah.
Fall out. And all my friends have done it too at least once, but it's like
I keep hearing stories about it, and like, why are you guys voluntarily falling?
Yeah, you get
off
used
a
to
bike.
it. You get used to it, but at first it's definitely like a learning curve, like with the pedals and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love biking. I think I like biking like even when I'm running, to be honest.
And then you taught yourself how to swim.
Barely.
Well, you needed to for the triathlon.
Barely. So I started doing like. You obviously know a lot about swimming, but I started doing like swims at the Y like every once in a while.
That ugly pool.
Yeah, it was gross.
With the old people there.
It was like swallowing.
You have to like.
I got like a hair in my mouth. It's
I refuse to swim there.
It's gross.
You also have to like share a lane with somebody.
Yeah, it was.
That scares me.
It was not great, but did a couple like lessons there with Charlie, my friend who's like a pretty good swimmer.
Didn't Charlie just teach himself how to swim this summer too, though? For Save the Day.
He took swim before, and like he's a lifeguard, so like he's better than me at swimming for sure.
He was telling me his time for something, and I was like, oh, okay, buddy.
Yeah, you should see me. It's not gonna be very pretty. So, anyway, I went there with Charlie a couple times, like swam. Enjoyed that. Kinda. Once I learned it, I was like, this is kind of fun, like, being in the pool and like having some control. Then I learned about ocean swimming, which is what you do in most triathlons, and it is terrible. It's awful. I hate it so much.
I did that 2 miles. You were there.
On top of the fact that like I can't do it like mechanically or like I just can't do it. I'm not good at it. I'm petrified of like sharks now because I don't know. Were you there at the Newport Film thing and watched the shark movie?
Yeah. Weren't we together? Yeah, we were together.
We watched that like right before we started training for the triathlon, and it freaked me out so bad.
But do you want to hear something about sharks or no? You rather me not
say. Is it a bad thing or a good thing?
Well, so after the Save the Bay swim, I was told that there's hammerheads in that water. My friend was like, okay, so now that you've done it, I can tell you this.
Hammerheads aren't.
Okay, but
I was scared of like a great white. Like
okay, but there were sharks. Did you see that the shark washed up on the beach yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're proving my point. I hate sharks. They freak me out so bad. And when you swim in the ocean, especially in Rhode Island, when you have goggles on, all you see is darkness.
Yeah, it's just black.
And you can't put music in, you have nothing to distract you. All you think about is what's underneath me, what's going to eat me right now.
Yeah.
And all I heard was like all these stories about triathlon people like getting eaten by sharks and like how they attack you from the back and like all this.
And then you like feel the coldness underneath you.
I hate sharks so much.
And then you're like, there's a shark underneath me. And then it gets to a patch of like warm. And then you're like, oh, I'm fine. And then it gets cold again and you're like, there's definitely a shark.
So I got everything I needed to like train in the ocean. I got like one of those buoys and like I got like a freaking $300 wetsuit and like the goggles and everything. And like I was all ready to go. And as soon as I did my first training swim, I freaked out immediately. I couldn't do it.
Where'd you do it off of?
I did it in Maine.
Oh, okay.
On a vacation, but it was actually I might have done one around before that, but I couldn't do it. I just stayed in like 3 feet of water, like to like be able to do it. Like I seriously got so scared, so freaked out. I don't know why, because I would start swimming and like my technique was bad in the first place, so like my heart would get super high, like I was going too fast.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I'm like thinking about sharks, so my heart rate would just go crazy.
Yeah.
And like I would just like panic, and it was rough. So I like didn't train on swimming at all.
And then you went into you did Block Island.
I did
was
Block
that your
Island.
first triathlon?
That was my first one. That was a sprint distance. That was really fun. It was very.
Except the running in the sand. How did you feel about that one? Or were you fine?
I was fine, but it was not ideal.
Yeah.
It was like in the water, like on an angle like this.
Yeah, my friends did it last year, and they're like, "We'll never do that again."
That was kind of brutal, but it was fun. It was really fun. It was my first one, so it was like cool to just like try it, and like it was very casual, so it wasn't very like super serious or anything.
Yeah.
The swim was tough, but it was only a quarter mile, so I could kind of just power through it, and it was like a rectangle.
Yeah.
Not like out and back, so it wasn't like too deep.
Yeah.
And like the fact that we're racing like distracted me from the fact that like a shark might eat me.
Well, because there's also people around you, so you're like, oh, maybe they'll be like eaten by the shark, not me.
Way less of a chance.
Yeah.
So that like made me not scared of sharks, but I still definitely struggled in the swim, and like didn't help.
Yeah. But you could stay afloat.
I made it. Yeah.
You made it. You're here.
Yep.
Because you did a second triathlon then.
I did. Yeah. I did Newport recently, Olympic distance.
How was that compared to sprint? I know they're two different ones. And
swim was. I think it was like one of the last people out of water. I swear to God.
Really?
I was looking at there's like photos of the triathlon. It's like different stages, and it says like out of the water. There's literally not a photo of me because I came out so late. And like there's photos of like old fat men like that beat me out of the water. I'm not even kidding. Like old guys. Like I think there was like an 80-something-year-old guy who did this triathlon, and he beat me out of the water. And granted,
you gotta train a little bit more in swimming.
Well, granted, like I did 2 laps, and a lot of people did 1 because a lot of people did sprint.
Yeah.
So like that could be why.
Yeah.
But also like I did really bad. Like my placement in the swim was so bad. But
didn't you have to swim and then get out and then go back in?
So it's supposed to be an out and back twice, but it was super foggy, so they made it like a horseshoe shape.
Yeah.
And for Olympic, it was Olympic and sprint.
Yeah.
And for Olympic, you get 2 laps of it, so you get out, run on the sand, and then go out again.
Yeah.
And my first lap, I got absolutely worked. Like my heart rate was just like through the roof.
Yeah.
Was not surviving. Like just barely making it. My goggles got so fogged, so I couldn't see anything underneath water. But then I also couldn't see
anything
above water.
Yeah.
And I put my head up.
So you have no idea what's going on.
It was an absolute nightmare. I get out of the water on the first lap. I'm like, oh, I made it. I'm like, oh my God, after that again.
Yeah.
I like walk.
You're like, why don't I just do sprint? I don't need to be an Olympic anymore.
I walk across the beach to like try to get my heart rate down, like fix my goggles, whatever.
Yeah.
I have to do it again and like force myself through it, like so slow, like just get through it. And like literally like the last couple people I love, water. And then again the bike, which was fun. Like I love the bike and I love the run. But
yeah,
I hate swimming. I mean, I don't hate swimming. I hate ocean swimming.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the difference. Because I think I could be decent at swimming.
I don't like ocean swimming. I don't like open water swimming at all. Yeah.
We're gonna try to do a Ironman, I think, or at least a half Ironman. And it's gonna be freshwater river.
Yes.
Down river.
Where are you gonna do that? Do you have that like figured out?
The one we're looking at is in Maine.
Okay.
Next.
Because my friend does Lake Placid one.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's really good.
Yeah.
Anything not in the ocean sounds great.
But yeah. Lake Placid one.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Maybe. Lake Placid's pretty sweet. There's one in Montreal that looks cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, just looking. I'm not like training for that yet or anything.
No. Just right now we're set on New York City Marathon.
Yeah, full steam ahead, New York City Marathon.
When is that coming up? A month?
November 5th or 6th.
Okay.
So yeah, like a month or so.
Yeah. Well,
a month and a half.
Yeah. A month and some change over here.
6 weeks.
Are you ready? Like, are you?
I think so.
How's your training look for that?
Training's been good. I just like started to tweak my foot. I don't know. I've been going to the PT in Newport.
Okay.
Which has been awesome, and I'm like glad I started to see her because the past couple weeks, like I don't know, your legs are kind of like a balance of different muscles, and like if one thing is off, then it can like hurt something else.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it
Everything
is.
connects. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
And
know
that's
what.
gonna start hurting your back, and then you're.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what it was, but something was off in my leg. Like my calf was too tight or something, and it started hurting my foot really bad. And the past couple weeks, it's just been hurting really bad.
Yeah.
So I've been going back to her. She's like needling me and like doing electro whatever to my leg.
Yeah.
And like.
Is it feeling better?
It feels better, and then it hurts more.
Okay.
You know, like just from running. So we're dealing with that right now. I think I'll be good.
I think you'll be good because you're also just gonna be like, this is the New York City Marathon. This
Exactly.
Is something that I always
like,
wanted to do. Like, I don't really care if I'm hurting right now.
Yeah. Also,
either
like,
way, you'll cry and you'll like finish it. Like if you need to walk it out.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna cry for sure. Oh my god. But even if I have to like if it does, my foot doesn't work, I have to like walk.
Yeah.
Like, I'd still be happy. It'd be so fun.
Didn't one of our friends, Gunnar, he like cried through his marathon because he did no training?
Yeah. You gotta train.
You can be like him.
No, I won't be like that. But I don't know. Part of me like wants to do the New York City Marathon like really slow and just like see people. And,
and just experience it.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm gonna try to get a certain time, but like if it doesn't go well, I'm just gonna chill.
It's just it's something that you wanted to do and you're doing it.
Yeah.
And you're donating for a good cause too. And
yeah, it's all, no matter what, it's for a good cause, which is cool. I'm still like trying to figure out like how do I make content about running. Like I want to do it, but then also I feel like everyone's doing it, and then also I feel like everyone that follows
get in there.
I know, but I feel like everyone that follows me is like following me like just to see like football or like
see like
sports
Tom Brady
and stuff
out here.
So it's like kind of.
So you're trying to do the transfer over to.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to transfer over, if I should just start a new account, or I don't even know, but.
No, I think you just like my advice would probably just keep posting on like your normal accounts.
Yeah.
And then you're obviously gonna gain followers that want to see that, and they're like, oh shit, like this kid also does really cool like edits and stuff like that, and filming for sports teams, and then it's like you're Owen and then you're Owen, you know what I'm saying, and you're just all in one, and they're like, this is so cool.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because like my job has like changed a lot too, like since I started. Mostly just because like Instagram has changed a lot, like video on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like a lot of what I used to do, they used to like really high quality, like crazy edits and stuff, which I love doing. But like these days, a lot of stuff on Instagram is just like pretty simple iPhone stuff. Which is a lot of what I do for work, is just like shooting on an iPhone and like making engaging content versus like really technically cool content or like cool edits or whatever.
Honestly, I think you just start taking your run vlogs or do whatever you want to do and just put it out there, because you don't know what you're gonna get if you don't put it out there.
Yeah, I mean,
like you think like
I just learned that.
I just kind of started posting like fitness content because I wanted to. I didn't have any like followers and stuff like that. I was just like, let's see what happens, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I just gotta mess around with it. I've been like kind of like testing stuff and like posting weird stuff.
Weird stuff.
Well, it's just not my typical type of posting. I took like a year off Instagram almost. Like didn't post at all.
Really?
Not that I didn't use Instagram, but I just didn't post.
Make Instagram and TikTok casual.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
Just let it
Instagram's
be.
weird though. Like TikTok, I feel more comfortable posting whatever, but Instagram's like everyone from high school follows me on Instagram. Like
see, you just gotta like not think about that.
That's why I'm like, should I make a new account? Like I was just like.
No, because then they're also gonna go stalk that, and they're gonna be like, either way, if they want to judge you, they're gonna judge you, and fuck them if they are judging you for that.
I guess, yeah.
Just because you gotta just do you. Yeah, you think that I posted like. Like obviously people were judging me, and I didn't care. I just had to start because it's gonna take you somewhere.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because even though you already have jobs and do content creation for people, you could also have like brands reach out to you, and then you're like out here sponsored by Hoka or like New Balances. You love New Balances, like you know what I'm saying? Like you don't know those other opportunities.
Yeah, that's been a cool part of my job now at Bauer is like working. We have a very small social media department. It's me, my boss, and then our social media manager, Mads, who's one of my coworkers. But it's just a 3-person team. So we run all the social media for a pretty major brand in hockey, like #1 manufacturer of skates, sticks, all that stuff. Not like a huge company, but it's pretty big. and we get to work with influencers, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So especially like when I first started, before Maz got hired, it was just me and Ricky, and I was like reaching out to different influencers.
Yeah.
And like finding people that would be good to launch certain products, and like we did all these campaigns, we had this big influencer event, and like I sent out packages to people, and it's crazy how much like companies are willing to do for a good creator.
Yeah.
And to like have their products featured like very.
So then you could be on the other side of
that.
that.
Yeah, that's
See?
what I'm kind of I'm thinking about. It's like, okay, what brands would be cool to like work with or that type of thing.
In a different way, you know.
Yeah. And I don't know, if it doesn't work out, it's cool just to do what I'm doing now and have that kind of experience.
Yeah. I mean, you're so young and there's so many opportunities in general in both fields. I mean, social media is not going anywhere. So honestly, jump into it now if you just want to start making content for yourself.
Yeah, you're right. I'm like,
just go.
I always like tell myself like, I'm still like really young and like I have so much time to like become something else. Like that like I don't need to really worry about like am I doing the right thing or am I on the right path? Like just kind of like go with the flow and see like what I like and what works out. That's what I'm doing right now. Like I never like had a dream to like make really cool iPhone videos, but like now it's just like coming together where that's like a thing and I like doing it and it's fun and I'm decent at it. So that's what I'm doing.
That's what Owen's doing, guys.
That's what I'm up to,
So last little question for you. After like the marathon, New York City Marathon, what are you gonna do next?
Oh my god.
Like race-wise, or I guess Ironman, but then also
what are you gonna do next?
What are you gonna do next? What's Owen doing? This is our segment.
Race-wise, I'm looking for a spring marathon.
Okay.
I was looking at Austin. I was looking at LA. Boston's a dream, but like not happening this year.
Okay. Did you qualify?
You can do a charity too, but it's a lot more money you have to raise.
Okay.
So it's very hard. So I would like to qualify for Boston too. Like that'd be a cool accomplishment. So that'd be like way down the line, I think. But
you're just gonna keep going.
Yeah, I want to keep doing them. They're
Yeah.
super fun.
Yeah.
And they're like.
And then maybe one day you're an Ironman.
Yeah.
In Kona.
But like the training for it is like the best part. Like it's just fun to like have like a super specific plan.
Yeah.
And then it like leads up to this really fun event.
Yeah.
Especially like if you do like a travel one, like I think it's gonna be really fun to go to New York. And like I got to witness Boston this year, which was sick and like crazy. But yeah, just looking for like cool experiences and like I don't know. I think it'd be fun to run a bunch of marathons.
That's gonna be your thing.
Not forever, but I think it'd be a cool like thing to do in my life.
Yeah.
So I want to do it.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And then, career-wise, what's next?
Career-wise, I don't know. I really like my job right now.
Yeah.
With Bauer, like making content.
Yeah. And then make your own content, and then we can make that a career. There's a career goal out here.
Maybe start doing that a little bit more. But yeah, right now I'm loving my job with Bauer. It's like hybrid schedule, like traveling a bunch like, for different shoots and working with really cool people, like just great like company vibe and like great people and like I said, really small team, really like intimate. Fun. Yeah.
Just sounds like good vibes all around.
It's a great company. We're hiring actually. If you're interested in this kind of job.
I was gonna say, what do you need to plug right now? Let's go.
If you're interested in my job at Bauer, we're hiring an identical version of me, but for our lacrosse business at Cascade Maverick.
Oh, okay.
And you can apply to that. So you should.
See? You should tell my little brother that.
Yeah, apply to it.
So we're plugging that. Plug your donation to New York City Marathon again, your charity.
Yeah, number one thing to plug. Donate to New York City Marathon if you can. It's for a really good cause. The link is in my bio. It's for after-school programs for New York City kids. And almost to my goal, but I mean,
what's the goal?
Some more donations. So the minimum goal is 26.2.
Oh, okay.
So like 2,600.
Yeah.
$20. Which is cool. I think I'm like 800. So.
Okay.
I'm not quite there, but
we'll get there. I'll donate after this. Yeah. We're getting there. And then what's your Instagram and TikTok so they can go see videos, and then also because your link is in your bio.
Yeah,
what even is your username?
My Instagram is Owen Moy, OwenMoy. That's one thing, and then my TikTok I think is Owen.Moy.
Something like that.
If you just search Owen Moy, it'll come up.
He'll come up. He's a celebrity. He'll come up.
No, you'll find it.
Oh, you'll find it. All right. Well, I feel like we talked a lot. We're
cool.
past an hour.
Oh my
Did
gosh.
you want to know that?
I'm sorry.
No, don't say sorry.
That was great.
No, that was good. We had a lot to talk about. You have a lot going on in your life from the past years of you getting started and stuff like that. It's such a cool story, cool success story, and like we're very excited to see where you go career-wise, personal-wise with your own little marathons and stuff like that. Excited to watch you in the New York City Marathon. But yeah, like thank you for coming on to this and talking with us for the past hour. I was a little scared you were gonna make like 20 minutes out of this because I know you as a quiet kid.
No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna get in depth with the answers. So
yes, this is your first podcast.
First
right?
podcast. I think I did good.
No, you did great.
I was very
nervous.
You did
great.
I was very nervous.
I was nervous to have you on.
You can look at the video. I was like red in the beginning. I was like,
I hate that Truffle tried to interrupt this whole thing, and he's still crying in his crate right now. So if you're still listening to this, sorry for Truffle interrupting us, but you know, dog life, dog mom life. He just wants to be on here and talk to you guys too. But yes, thank you to Owen. Everyone else, I hope you have a great day, great week. Whatever day you're listening to this, maybe happy Wednesday because we air on Wednesday, so this comes out this Wednesday. It's Monday right now for us. But yeah, anything else to say? One last like goodbye or anything?
no, that's it. Check out the marathon link in my bio. That's it.
All right, peace out, dudes. Love you all. If you need to contact me, go for it on Instagram, whatever. Hit Owen up. Whatever. Slide into his DMs. Anyway, peace out, people.
Wow.
Peace out, YouTube. Bye.
That was